So I was about to start this with a really rushed speech about how I'd lost my camera charger and I wouldn't know how long this video was actually going to be able to last, and then I found it on the floor right next to me. So yeah, I'm afraid I'm back in the same old room as usual. I'm afraid I can't give you any exciting jaunts off to Spain because I've spent most of the past week trailing my brother around universities, looking at them for open days because he will be moving up next year. So I've really had a very uneventful week and not very much to tell you about. We have a twin theme this week. Part of it will be YouTube recommendations, and the other half is questions for the rest of the vloggers. So when this question was posed, it became apparent to me that I don't actually follow that many smaller YouTubers. All the people that I follow tend to be the big names that everybody knows. A lot of my time in the past couple of weeks has therefore been spent just sort of wandering around YouTube, as it were, and looking for people to recommend. So here I present you the findings of my hunt. The final two channels are ones that I've been following for a while. YouTuber the first, Bestology. When he's not participating in channel swaps or promoting smaller YouTubers, he generally just quite straightforward vlogs, but he's a cool guy. YouTubers the second and third, Cooking with Jess and Hannah Girasol. I found these two YouTubers at the same time and they do quite a few videos together, so I thought I may as well put them together as one because otherwise I'm going to be giving you a really long list. Basically, a couple of northern girls. They do some sketches and some vlogs and some random stuff. And anyway, they're both really good, so subscribe. YouTuber the fourth, Chad W. Sugg. And Chad can also be found on his main channel, Backseat Goodbye, which is an original music project he's had for quite a while now that I've been following for a while. Recently, he's been posting quite a lot of cover versions on this second channel, and some of them are absolutely brilliant, so definitely check them out. And finally, YouTuber the fifth, Community N. It's a good show I didn't have any more YouTubers, or I wouldn't have actually been able to fit my face and hand in the shot. Never mind. So Community N are basically doing the opposite of what we are. They're friends of a friend of mine who have known each other throughout college. Over the past year they've been making videos. They've all gone off to university this year, and so they're carrying the videos as a way to keep in touch with each other. They're all awesome guys and they're really funny, so you should definitely head over and check it out. And if Let's Play is more your thing, then Thad also has his own Let's Play channel, which I'll also link. So there we go, on to part 2. Questions. Now, I'm not really the best person at thinking of questions, so you'll have to excuse the awfulness of them, but hopefully they should lead to some interesting discussion. So for some of you who are about a month ago now, and for people like me not for another week or so yet, we'll be moving on and being encouraged to become adults. However, I don't know about you, but there's always little pieces of childhood that I always want to keep hold of. So my question for you is, what is the one thing from your childhood that you just can't let go of, even though you should probably be far too old for it by now? Mine would be this. So basically this film came out when I was probably not even 2 years old, and has been one of my favourite films since that time until now. I should probably be ashamed to say, but I'm not. As a child I pretty much wanted to be her. We used to have the film on a CDI, which doesn't exist now, which is kind of sad. I don't know if any of you will actually remember it, because they were not the most popular of things. They were essentially the precursor to the modern DVD player, and also thought they were something of a games console. And they were quite confusing, and hardly any discs were ever made for them, but I must have spent the majority of my childhood sat there singing along to the songs and colouring in pictures on it. What can I say? Once a nerd, always a nerd. My second question. I don't know about you, but whenever I tell people what my course is, there always seems to be a lot of people who have no idea as to what that actually means and what it entails. You'll either get the understanding nods of people who think they know, or are pretending they know so that they don't sound ridiculous, or in my case, people going, "Oh, and how many other languages do you speak?" None? So my second question for you is this. What are the biggest misconceptions other people have had about your course when you've been discussing it with them? I'm Becky, and I hope this has given you a fresher perspective. No puns from me. I'm not very good at them. It's the phone. Please stop ringing. Please stop ringing. Please stop ringing. I would answer it, but it's only going to be a call centre. Are you going to stop? No? There we go.